Hey, what's going on, y'all? We are back again with another video, and today I wanted to do a video on my credit card setup for the second quarter of 2025. The quarter is almost over, so I said before this quarter is over with, let me put my 2 cents in, let y'all guys know what I'm working with for the second quarter. And at the end of this video, I'm going to do a comparison between my credit card setup from the second quarter versus the first quarter and see how things have changed. So I'm not going to waste too much time. As you can see, I got my sleek wallet here. I'm going to try to put a link in the description if you would like to get a wallet like this. It's a pretty decent wallet. I like it. It's small. It fits a lot of credit cards in here. It fits about, I think, 7 credit cards in there and about another 3 in here. And then I got inside, I got space for my driver's license, and I got space for 2 other cards, my debit cards, but I don't want to show you that right now. I think I'll do a separate video on this wallet later on. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do that, but pretty decent wallet. Got space for Apple AirTag, so it's pretty cool. So let's not waste too much time. We're going to get to our very first card. Again, this is my credit card setup for the second quarter of 2025. And my very first card in my lineup is, you probably already guessed it, the American Express Gold card. Now, my setup might not be too different. We're going to see at the end of the video. But I got the American Express Gold as my very first credit card again. And for obvious reasons, 4x back on groceries, 4x back on dining. So it's a great card to have in the arsenal if you're a foodie guy. I eat out a lot. I'm a truck driver. So, and all of the credits that come with this card, again, I'm able to take full advantage of. I take full advantage of the Resi credit, full advantage of the dining credit, full advantage of the Uber credit, which I use it for Uber Eats. I use all of these credits for food. And the Dunkin' Donuts credit, I'm easily able to take advantage of also. So I love this card. It's my American Express earner. I get a lot of American Express points off this card. So can't see me getting rid of this card anytime soon, even with the hefty $325 annual fee. Still love this card. Now, next card on my list is what we got here. We got the Hilton Honors Surpass card. Again, it's number 2 in my lineup. Why? Because I use it to get 6x back on gas. This is my designated gas card. Again, well, gas card slash truck stop card. You already know. I already told y'all the story. I'm a truck driver, and sometimes using these credit cards at truck stops, it can be a little confusing. So to cut down on any confusion, I use a credit card that's going to give me elevated points back on gas and restaurants. So that way I don't have to worry about what it's going to code as. So this codes on 6x on gas and 6x on restaurants, so I don't have to worry. So I'm racking up a lot of Hilton points, as you know, as the same as the first quarter. So so far things have not changed much, but that's what I'm using this for right now. The 2 cards in my lineup that I use the most, the Hilton Surpass and the American Express Gold. Next on my list is, again, the American Express Blue Cash. One of my very first American Express cards. I use it personally for 3x back on anything I buy online, and I still use it to get 3x back at Walmart. I've still been able to get it. If you don't know, you put this card in the Walmart app, use Walmart Pay, you're going to get 3x back. It's just like if you are shopping online at Walmart. It codes the same. So you're going to get 3x back. And anything else you buy online retailer, you're going to get 3x back. And, you can get 3x back on gas too and 3x back on groceries. But obviously, I use these 2 cards for those categories. So that's my designated Walmart card and my designated online shopping card. And I also use to pay certain bills. So still number 3 on my list. 4th card in my lineup is the Fidelity Rewards card. Again, this is my catch-all card. I love this card. So much good I can say about this card. I might have to do a separate video for this card one day, because this card just keeps getting better and better and better. And it's with the no annual fee card. No annual fee. Great limit. So love this card. Can't say nothing bad about it. 2x back on everything. Can't go wrong. Now, next up on my list is I got my Chase Freedom Flex on deck. Now, for all y'all that don't know, I got to slow down on this one, because for all y'all that don't know, this is the 5x rotating category card. So for the second quarter of 2025, the category is 5x back at Amazon and 5x back at streaming services. So for this second quarter, I've just been using this card to pay for things on Amazon. Even though I have the Amazon Prime card, I value the Chase reward points more than cash back. So I've been using this for Amazon, even though I haven't bought much on Amazon this quarter, really at all. I mean, a few knickknacks here and there, but so I haven't spent much on Amazon. But the few times I did, I used this card, and I also used it to pay my Netflix bill. So I haven't been racking up a bunch of points on this card for this quarter in particular. Also, just for the month of June, they have some special 5x categories, and it is cable, phone services, and internet. So for the month of June, I am going to pay my cell phone bill with this, just for this 1 month, and I'm going to pay my internet bill. So that's going to come in handy, because I don't really have a card at the moment that gives me anything elevated on my internet bill. I'm going to change that in the future. You know, I plan on probably getting the Chase, one of the Chase business cards, and I'll use that to pay my internet bill and my phone bill. But as of now, I don't have any card to pay that, to get elevated points back on internet. So this is going to be great for the month of June. So now, next card on my list is Wells Fargo autograph card. Now, for the second quarter, only thing I've really been using this card for is to pay my cell phone bill. Like I just said, just for the month of June, I'm going to use the Freedom Flex, and then I'll be right back to paying my cell phone bill with this, because it's 3x back on cell phone services. I mean, this is an all-around great card to just have in your arsenal as a backup for pretty much any setup. It's 3x back on anything travel related, 3x back on gas, 3x back on EV charging. I do have an EV, so I do use this if I just so happen to find myself at a supercharger. Even though I rarely find myself at a supercharger, because I charge my car at home. But if I do gotta charge my car, I'm using this. 3x back on dining. It's always a great category. And I think I might be forgetting another category. But yeah, pretty much 3x back on everything. So you can't go wrong with the autograph card. So next up on my list is, now we getting into the fancy cards again. We got the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now, I haven't traveled much this second quarter. The only thing I did do is I rented a car for a week. I rented a car at Avis, and I drove back to my hometown in Philly. And I must say, great experience. Went to Avis, got 3x back. I actually have status at Avis because of this card, so I was automatically able to get an upgrade for my car. So I got a pretty decent car, a nice SUV, big SUV, more than what I originally rented, and it was all because I had status because of Chase Sapphire Reserve. And you know that Chase Sapphire Reserve also gives you primary auto coverage, which is great. I think up to $75,000, I think. But that's a great card to have. Then on top of that, you get 10x back on hotels booked through the portal. course, 10x back on car rentals, booked through the portal. 5x back on flights, booked through the portal. 3x back on anything travel, whether the outside of the portal. 3x back on dining. So again, great card to have in the arsenal. So again, I haven't done much traveling in the second quarter, but I used it to rent my car, had a great experience. Next card on my list is, of course, the big dog, American Express Platinum card. Y'all all know what this is. 5x back on flights, whether through the portal or directly with the airlines. 5x back on hotels booked through the portal. That's pretty much what I use this card for. I carry it with me because sometimes I need to book flights on the fly. And I just want to have it on me for that reason. You know? So, I love this card. A lot of great benefits. I accumulate a lot of points, mainly from this card. But I actually just recently, cause I got a trip coming up in Bali, and I did use this card to book a hotel through the FHR program, Fine Hotels and Resorts. I love that program because it gets me in hotels that I probably normally wouldn't have even considered. Some hotels that I didn't even know about, like luxury stuff that I didn't even know was on the radar. Find it through FHR, and I'm like, oh wow, this is nice. And I've been to some really great places because of that program. So great program to have. A lot of other benefits on that card. This card really deserves its own video, but that's why I have it in my wallet. And the last card that's in my wallet is the MARRIOTT Bonvoy Boundless Credit Card. Now y'all seen I just did a video on this card. Believe it or not, I already hit the minimum spend already. So I already got my 100,000 points and my $150 statement credit. So I'm well on my way to my goal of trying to get close to over 200,000 points for my stay in Bali. And I have some more bills and spend that I got to put on the card before I get there. So I'm pretty sure I would get pretty close to that 200,000. Again, if not, I'll just top off my points, but I'm well on my way. Heck, I just had to get a fence not a fence done. I had to get my deck repaired. That cost a couple $1,000s. So I was able to get a lot of points on that. But great card to have if you go to Marriott properties a lot. Now, once I make this redemption, I'm gonna be honest, that card is probably going to end up just being a sock drawer card, and I'm gonna probably only use it when I'm at Marriott properties, most likely. And then y'all already told y'all what my goal is for this card. I'm gonna eventually upgrade this card to the Ritz-Carlton card. So, but once my year comes, I am going to take advantage of that 35,000 point free night stay. I do want to take advantage of that because I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but next year I do plan on going back to Thailand for about 3 to 4 weeks. And there's a property in Phuket that I want to stay at. It's a Marriott property. So I'll probably use one of those free nights for that stay. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. That's way far. That's after my Bali trip. But yeah, that's the cards that are in my wallet. Now, of course, like I told y'all before, I still have the State Farm Premier Credit Card. I still use that card to get 3x back on all of my insurance premiums. And I still have the Apple Card, which I never carry the physical card with me. I just use it. I barely use the darn card, but I use it just to pay my Apple One subscription. And that's really it. I mean, sometimes I might pay my internet bill with it because I don't have any designated card that gives me elevated points on internet. But again, that's going to change in the future. That's really it. Sometimes I alternate the Apple Card with my Fidelity card based on what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I got that card. And another card that I do have that I forgot to mention on my first quarter video is I actually have a Freedom Unlimited. Now I don't use that card because I'm actually an authorized user in that card. So it's pretty much just a sock drawer card, but still a decent card for somebody that's just getting into the Chase ecosystem. So if it's your first Chase card and you want to accumulate some points, that's a good card to get. You know, it's 3x back on dining. I think it's 5x back on travel booked through the portal. But it's a decent card to have, and a lot of people use it as a catch-all card because it gives you 1.5x back points on everything. So again, I don't use it because I'm an authorized user on it, but I do have that card. So this is my credit card setup for 2025, second quarter of 2025. And like I said before, I just want to do a quick comparison of how my credit card setup has changed between second quarter and the first quarter. And I'll put it up right there. As you can see, not much has changed really. My gold card is still up front, and then my Hilton card is still pretty much number 2, and then my American Express card is number 3. So American Express is still getting a lot of love for the second quarter of 2025. The only thing that has kind of changed a little bit, I don't have the Prime card in my wallet anymore because, well, I get 5x back on the Freedom Flex. So there's really no reason to have that Prime card in my wallet for this particular quarter. And I now have the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless credit card. So, like I said, I was trying to get some extra Marriott points. So at times I may substitute this card as my catch-all card, but it really depends on how I feel, because I've already hit the minimum spend. I've already got my 100,000 points and some. Like I said, I've got another bunch of points coming because I made a bunch of spend on some work I had to get done on my house. So I think I'm gonna be good. So I don't know. We're gonna see. But plus I do have a couple Marriott stays coming up even before my Bali trip. So forgot about that. Yeah, sure am. I mean, in July I'm gonna be in Orlando, just a family get together, and we are staying at a Sheraton. So I'm gonna definitely use that card while I'm down there. And yeah, so yeah, that's why that card is in the back of my wallet. But not much has changed, as you can see. Not much has changed at all. But again, this is my setup for 2025. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all guys got set up in y'all wallet. Peace out.